In the depths of a misty night, a small village nestled at the edge of an ancient forest became the stage for an enigmatic tale. Whispers of a mysterious figure haunting the forest's edge at midnight spread like wildfire among the villagers. Cloaked in shadows, with eyes that seemed to pierce the very essence of one's being, this enigmatic presence had become a source of both terror and fascination. The true nature of this figure remained a mystery, yet tales of its unsettling power circulated through the village. Those brave souls who dared to venture too close spoke of eerie whispers carried on the wind and an uncanny sensation of being watched. The figure stood motionless under the ghostly moonlight, its presence a paradox of allure and dread. As darkness fell each night, the villagers would gather in hushed groups, their eyes darting nervously towards the forest's edge. Some claimed the figure was a vengeful spirit, others a lost soul seeking redemption, but none could deny the magnetic pull it seemed to exert on their curiosity. The air grew thick with tension as midnight approached. The village would fall into an uneasy silence, broken only by the occasional hoot of an owl or the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze. And there, at the stroke of 12, the figure would appear as if materializing from the very shadows themselves. Night after night, this otherworldly dance continued, the figure a constant presence at the edge of their world. The villagers' fear mingled with a growing sense of wonder. What secrets did this mysterious being hold? What truths lay hidden in the depths of those piercing eyes? As the days turned to weeks and weeks to months, the figure became an integral part of village life. Children were warned not to wander too close to the forest at night, while adults found themselves drawn to their windows, peering out into the darkness, hoping to catch a glimpse of the enigmatic visitor. Then, on a night when the moon hung low and full in the sky, casting an ethereal glow over the landscape, a stranger arrived in the village. Her name was Eleanor, a traveler with a thirst for adventure and a heart full of curiosity. As she listened to the villagers' tales of the mysterious figure, her eyes sparkled with intrigue. Eleanor was not one to be easily deterred by tales of the supernatural. She had traversed treacherous mountains and explored ancient ruins, always seeking the truth behind legends and myths. This dark figure, she decided, would be her next great mystery to unravel. As the clock neared midnight, Eleanor prepared for her encounter. She donned a warm cloak and grabbed a flickering lantern, its soft light a beacon in the darkness. With determination in her step, she set out towards the forest, ignoring the worried glances and whispered warnings of the villagers. The forest loomed before her, a wall of shadows and secrets. Eleanor took a deep breath, steeling herself for what lay ahead. With each step into the dense foliage, the sounds of the village faded away, replaced by the eerie silence of the woods. The air grew colder as she ventured deeper, and the shadows seemed to dance and twist around her. Eleanor's heart raced with a mixture of excitement and fear. She could feel the weight of unseen eyes upon her, watching her every move. As she neared the clearing where the figure was said to appear, the atmosphere changed. The very air seemed to crackle with an otherworldly energy. Eleanor's lantern flickered, casting strange, shifting shadows on the trees around her. And then she saw it. In the distance, standing still as a statue, was the dark figure. Its presence was palpable, a force that seemed to draw Eleanor closer with each passing moment. She could feel its gaze upon her, intense and unwavering. Eleanor's breath caught in her throat as she took in the sight before her. The figure was not just a shadow as the villagers had described. It had form and substance, cloaked in darkness that seemed to absorb the very light around it. With trembling hands, Eleanor raised her lantern higher, trying to catch a glimpse of the figure's face. But the shadows clung to it, revealing nothing but those piercing eyes that seemed to look right through her. As she stood there, transfixed, a voice echoed in her mind. It was unlike anything she had ever heard before, both ancient and timeless, filled with wisdom and mystery. "Come closer," it whispered, "and you will see the truth." Eleanor hesitated for a moment, her instincts warring with her curiosity, but the pull was too strong to resist. With a deep breath, she took a step forward, and then another. Each movement brought her closer to the figure, closer to the answers she sought. The whispers grew louder as she approached, a cacophony of voices that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. They spoke of secrets long buried, of truths hidden from mortal eyes. Eleanor's mind reeled as she tried to make sense of the words that flooded her consciousness. As she drew near, the figures slowly began to turn towards her. Eleanor's heart pounded in her chest, her breath coming in short, sharp gasps. This was the moment she had been waiting for, the revelation that would solve the mystery that had captivated the village for so long. The figure's face came into view, and Eleanor's world tilted on its axis. For there, looking back at her, was a face both familiar and foreign. It was a face she had seen countless times before, in her dreams and in her waking moments. It was her own reflection. In that instant, everything Eleanor thought she knew about herself and the world around her shattered. The boundaries between reality and illusion blurred, and she felt herself falling into an abyss of understanding. And then, darkness enveloped her. The lantern slipped from her grasp, its light extinguished as it hit the forest floor. Eleanor stood frozen, her mind struggling to comprehend what she had seen. In the days that followed, the villagers spoke in hushed tones of the traveler who had ventured into the forest and returned changed. Eleanor's eyes now held the same piercing quality as the dark figures, and she spoke of truths and mysteries that left her listeners in awe. The figure continued to appear at the forest's edge each night, but now Eleanor stood beside it, a bridge between two worlds. The village had become a place of pilgrimage for those seeking answers to life's greatest questions. And so, the legend of the dark figure and the brave traveler who uncovered its secrets lived on, a testament to the power of curiosity and the mysteries that lie hidden in the shadows of our own souls.